Belief in the just world. You reap what you sow is a famous saying between generations, but what does this phrase truly mean? It implies that a person will receive the consequences of their actions. Ideally, this phrase would be true. However, it has been seen throughout history that being good does not guarantee a good life. Similarly, being bad does not guarantee punishment. Hello, my name is Vanessa Martinez, and I'm going to be talking about the just world theory. So, what is the just world hypothesis? The hypothesis is a defensive attribution where people assume bad things happen to bad people and good things happen to good people. This hypothesis is very black and white, but our society is everything but that. To truly understand this hypothesis, let's think about a scenario. Imagine there is a woman named Bella. Bella is beautiful, intelligent, has loving parents, and is popular. She is rich, and she has always had a golden spoon to her. Her goal in life is to become this year's top actress with the help of her rich parents. On the other hand, another actress named Agatha is also fighting for that position. Unlike Bella, Agatha worked for her career, but lacked connections and visuals. She is pretty, but Bella is prettier. After working in separate films and being nominated for an Oscar as the Best Actress, both women found themselves in a drug and bullying scandal. An anonymous reporter claimed that one of the actresses had brutally assaulted a co-worker and staff while being also involved in illegal drug usage. It took less than a week for Bella to clear her name, but Agatha lost most of her support. Although Agatha lost her supporters, she was innocent, and in fact, she was one of Bella's victims. Her company, however, favored Bella and allowed the rumors to ruin Agatha. But who would believe this? Even her name is so beautiful. So how could a woman so pretty be so evil? Agatha had to be the perpetrator. She was jealous of Bella's success, beauty, and stable position. In the end, Bella won her award, while Agatha was kicked out of the company. Was this fair? No, but Agatha got what she deserved, even if she did nothing wrong. This is how the just world works. The scenario presented is modern, but the concept of the just world has been around since 1966. Inspired by Stanley Milgram's work, Melvin Lerner and Simmons studied the behavior of 72 female participants. The participants watched a Confederate receive electrical shocks for committing a mistake during an educational test. At first, the women were upset by the victim's suffering. This led the researchers to give a selected group of participants the option to instead reward the victim for their mistake. The second group was not offered this opportunity. Surprisingly, though, the second group was found to reject and devalue the victims for their lack of intelligence, almost as if they were compensating themselves for watching the victims suffer. Lerner's study indicated how humans justify injustice to reach a balanced world. Since humans believe that actions have consequences, participants reinterpret the victim's suffering to fit the just world theory. Lerner's study helped open the path for other researchers to investigate how observers react to accidents, poverty, sexual assaults, and domestic violence. Overall findings concluded that observers derogate and blame victims for their suffering to fit their idea of the just world. So, who is more likely to be affected by the just world? People who are religious, authoritarian, and conservative, admire political leaders, or dislike unprivileged groups. These groups overall push the idea of a just world in their teachings. This can be through karma, destiny, and justice. For example, as a Catholic, I have seen that the Catholic religion sees all evildoers as sinners who will go to hell, meaning that as long as a person follows the religions, acts appropriately, and spreads the word of God, they will be guaranteed a spot in heaven. Similarly, the rich view the world as just. Let's take in mind Elon Musk. Elon has a claim to be a self-made billionaire, but in reality, he is everything but that. Musk was born in a rich family in Africa who basked in wealth. Elon used his connections to amplify the wealth with the creation of Tesla. Although his family helped him become who he is now, Musk claims anyone who puts in the work can be as successful as him. This implies that those who are rich put in the work, while those who are poor lack in character. In reality, Musk does not understand the severity of his words. Young men who blindly follow his advice drop out of school, they drop out of college in hopes of becoming the next Elon Musk. Sadly, without funds, connections, and talent, it is extremely hard for the average man to ever imagine the wealth that Elon Musk has. Good acts do not guarantee heaven, just like hard work does not guarantee wealth. With the definition, history, and examples established, let's all bring this back to the attribution theory. The theory helps humans determine how to uncover the feelings and traits behind actions. This helps predict how oneself and others act in the social world. This also naturally ties to the attribution error, which weighs internal attributions heavier compared to external attributions. Internal attributions question the personality and character of a person. In contrast, external attributions question external factors that a person could not control. The just world theory depends on internal attributions, as we justify a person's suffering by dehumanizing their character, ignoring all external attributions. This is extremely common in sexual assault cases. Women are constantly blamed for the actions of their rapists. Society justifies women being raped for being overly sexy, nice, or smart. Despite the hypothesis promoting balance, it has caused problems for minority groups. A famous case that sparked controversy worldwide was that a rape victim in Peru, who was blamed for her misfortune. The judge handling her case determined that the red underwear caused the rapist to think that she wanted it. Instead of the judge viewing how defenseless the victim truly was while being raped, he was quick to judge her character only based on the color of her underwear. Similarly, those who have been plagued by illness have found themselves being victimized. During the COVID pandemic, it was easy to determine a person's character by whether they were sick with the virus. If a person had COVID, then it must have been because of their selfish decision to not wear a mask. However, what many people fail to see is that the virus can be spread easily between family members, friends, and coworkers. Wearing a mask did not always guarantee not being infected. Poverty also works the same way. Nobody in their right mind would want to be poor. You are put in that situation. If hard work and effort guaranteed wealth, immigrants, people of color, and women would bask in economic wealth. Yet these three groups are the ones who suffer the most because of wage gaps, lack of employment, and accessibility. Truly, the just world hypothesis has caused more harm than good. However, it would be unjust to not mention a major benefit of the just world: coping. Since the hypothesis criticizes the moral character of a person, it helps a victim of violent crime to cope with their situation. A rape victim might blame their outfit to avoid understanding the randomness of their assault. The individual would prefer to criticize himself before accepting how cruel and unjust our world is. Although useful for victims, this coping type becomes harmful after multiple uses. The just world hypothesis is good in nature, but cruel in practice. Humans avoid the uncomfortable truth of our world, which causes individuals to lose sympathy. There is no true solution to the just world view, but there are ways to prevent injustices to thrive from it. A person must step back and analyze each accident with care. We need to realize that our world is unpredictable and we might be the next victim. Accepting this truth will then help individuals find the root of the problem instead of ruthlessly blaming victims. Reality is uncomfortable, cruel, and evil, but that does not mean we should allow the just world theory to distort our reality. These are some of the sources I use. Thank you.